Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Tom Kinney in studio tonight. SpongeBob, amongst other voices. What all voices do you do on SpongeBob SquarePants?
Oh, I do SpongeBob.
Sure.
I do Gary, his meowing snail. That pretty much just says meow.
Yeah,
that's
right.
it.
Except one time he speaks with English accent.
That's
on one
true.
Episode, yes.
That's true. Although, you would think that after 4 seasons, they would have gotten hip to the fact that they could just use the meows from the first season and not have to pay me. But but there's a thing called tape.
Did you do the Gary when he actually spoke?
Yes, I believe I did. And then there's like a Jacques Cousteau French narrator that is on there, and there's a goofy live action pirate named Patchy that hosts some of the shows that I do. A pirate that lives in Encino.
Who's Mr. Krabby?
That is the great Clancy Brown of Shawshank Redemption and Carnival fame.
Wow.
Also makes a great chocolate-covered ice cream swirl cone. Clancy Muldoon's. Yeah, I think that was the name of the place.
Clancy Muldoon's.
Yeah. Hey, remember when there used to be ice cream places?
Yeah, Swenson's.
Yeah, there was the Farrell's.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had a Farrell's. We had.
Where are you from?
Oh, yeah, Syracuse, New York.
They have Farrell's.
But they didn't have them out there. But were those like kind of like the ragtimey ones?
Yeah.
Sort of 1890s-esque kind of ice cream parlors.
Somebody decided between Farrell's and Shakey's that kids were in love with ragtime and Scott Joplin.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a
And
9-year-old. It's a 9-year-old. There's nothing more you like than the 20s, the music of the 20s. Hello, my baby. Hello, my the guy with the guy with the straw hat and the
straw boaters are
striped
the
vest
kids.
coming out
The
there.
barbershop quartet. I was so into those.
Yeah, in 1976, I couldn't get enough of it. It was one of those things where, it's one of those things that got foisted. You see, when we were kids, you guys have SpongeBob SquarePants. You have entertainment, you have variety, you have cable, you have satellite, you find. What we had is what grown-ups thought we would think was good, but we didn't like.
We were depressed with our long hair, looking down at the ground all the time.
Right.
These kids need a good dose of the gay 90s.
Yeah. Somebody decided that we were in love with the Depression, Scott Joplin, and banjo music in the 70s.
And pizza and ice cream.
Right. And every single thing, you opened a theme restaurant, it was a guy in a straw hat
red and white
with
stripes.
a red and white striped vest on who had a bow tie and couldn't sing. And that's what it was about. And the thing about Shakey's is you'd have a party there, and they had the zoo.
Oh, yeah. No.
The zoo was
Shaky?
the big...
Farrell's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Farrell's had the zoo.
Yeah. Could you eat that
in the zoo.
The pig trough or something?
You know what? Well, I recently got my high school diploma, but before that, a few months back when I went back and got my diploma, that was the only certificate I'd ever received.
Did you eat in a pig trough?
I finished a pig's trough off at Farrell's in 1977.
What's the zoo?
The zoo
40 pounds of ice cream.
The zoo was a huge tub of ice cream that had actual little plastic animals in it. It would be a lawsuit now.
You
because
hope they were plastic.
80 kids choke a year on the zoo. But you would go there. If you had a party, you would throw the party at the Farrell's, and you'd invite 10
every
kids,
kid a
and everyone
spoon,
they'd all just dig in.
And eventually their face
That's a health violation, big time.
Yeah.
I wonder where the obesity and heart disease is coming from today.
They would hit the bass drum, boom, 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 boom. They do a siren, and the guys would run out.
Well, there's a reason that when kids go to Disneyland, they can't get through Main Street USA fast enough.
Right.
They just sprint past all that stuff to get to Fantasyland.
And that it's interesting you bring that up. That was sort of the paradigm. It was all modeled after that. So.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. I know we just sound like 3 old Jews out on the porch of our retirement villa.
If I could just
Fairfax, shaking our fists at the kids.
Like teenagers.
Yeah.
Your voices are like old.
If I could just digress, Adam and I did I did Adam's show tonight, and they had a little man on the street thing where you ever heard of Adam Carolla? And this woman's going, no. Oh, I saw him on Dawson's Creek once with some old guy talking about.
Yeah, Drew was the old guy. Yeah. Real knee in the groin.
Yes, nice.
Oh man.
All
good time.
right. Tom Kinney in tonight. Yes, go ahead, Sponge.
I'm seeing you on a lot of billboards for a lot of different projects.
Yeah, well, we got the TLC show, the Adam Carolla Project, which is
Yeah.
on tonight at 10 o'clock on TLC, which is an excellent show. I saw tonight's
I do too.
episode.
Except it's not on now
Very
for
good.
some reason.
I don't know why it's not on.
It was
now.
on. I saw it at 9 o'clock.
No,
or
maybe
8
they-
o'clock. I saw it at 8 o'clock.
Maybe they
I
moved
watched
it earlier. But
A back-to-back
it
episode.
was a good episode tonight and a good show. Drew is on the Comedy Central show tonight.
Right.
A little too late action. And of course, here we are. Now, Tom is here to talk about Lucha Vavoom, which he spoke about before, which is pro wrestling meets the circus meets what? Mexican wrestling?
I don't know what it is. These shows we do a few times a year at the Mayan Theater downtown. We're doing Wednesday and Thursday. Actually, I think both shows are completely sold out
Wow.
for Wednesday and Thursday. But yeah, it's
So Tom be going home.
Mexican wrestling. Yeah, no need for me to promote anymore. But Mexican wrestling, burlesque dancing, and wise guy comics. Much like you guys, teenagers with old guy voices doing the commentary. But we're-
November 17th and 18th at Caesar's Palace.
yeah,
by the
we're
way.
doing the Vegas Comedy Festival on the 17th and 18th at Caesars, the midnight show.
Whose brainchild was Lucha Vavoom?
Lucha Vavoom, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Rita D'Albert and Liz Fairbairn are the two
Chicks.
producers. Chicks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd the name come
As far
from?
as I know.
One of them's got to be a
Hey,
lesbo.
a little lucha, a little vavoom. You know, the lucha. You know,
like Italian?
lucha libre is the Spanish, the Mexican wrestling, and vavoom is
A character from Felix the Cat.
yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's just crazy and insane and wild, and everybody goes crazy, and it's sponsored by a tequila company, so so it's out of control.
I think Mexican wrestling has had a little bit of a renaissance, at least in this country.
Yeah.
We ignored it. We dismissed it for a while, but
Well,
now I
then
think we're on board.
The Insane Clown Posse brought it
Brought
over.
it back with
Yeah.
this mask.
Well,
Let's hear a little bit of those guys.
Actually, on Thursday, there's the Chupacabra is making his LA debut, his worldwide debut.
Really?
According to this, yes, Chupacabra, loose translation, blood-sucking demon from hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goat sucker.
Yeah, the goat sucker. The
Yeah.
goat sucker. So leave your goats at home if you're going to bring your goat down to the Mayan. Don't do it. Yes, this hissing fang demon will attempt to spill the blood of his opponents, much like he did in a bloodlust rampage in Chilpango, Mexico last summer.
Bloodlust rampage.
Yeah.
All right. And, of course, SpongeBob Nickelodeon.
Yes, myself, Blaine Capatch, doing the commentary, and, man, many top-of-the-line burlesque dancers.
What year are we in for SpongeBob?
We are in season 4, although it's been on the air. I think it went to series in 2000.
But let me ask you this. It seems like SpongeBob has been a phenomenon since I was in high school. Like,
It does
could
seem
be-
like that.
Is it possible that it's 4 seasons?
I would
You
say
know what
98.
I'm saying?
98 would be my
It's
pick.
it does seem like I've been giving it.
It just seems
I've
like
been giving it 3 months for 4
How
years.
did, when you
know?
come up with the voice, did you turn in multiple voices? For
Yeah,
something, or
we just kind of tried to figure out, what this drawing would sound like. And the creator guy, Steve Hillenberg, told me what he was kind of hearing in his head and what he wanted in it. There's nothing more boring than hearing cartoons dissected scientifically.
Do you
is
do
there?
Patrick too, or no?
No, that is Bill Fagerbaki of Oz. The prison drama Oz. Not a lot of crossover with the SpongeBob audience. and also Coach. He was Dauber on the sitcom Coach.
wow.
Remember?
The blonde guy?
The big blonde guy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does Big and Stupid really well.
Yeah, he's awesome at
Yeah.
Big and Stupid. That's a horrible name for clothier. Big and Stupid. Because just the big guys come in there, but then it's like, what the? No one needs this. My name for Big and Tall shop, which I'm just dying for someone to take, Big Sir. Big
Ooh,
Sir.
I like it. SAR.
Yeah. Now picture out front. Okay, the big is just the I in Big and the I in Sir are
Trees.
are mighty oak trees.
No,
mighty
redwoods.
Sequoias.
Yes, with a car driving through one of them.
Car driving through, but it roughly forms the legs of a
Wow.
man. Hands
Who's
on
above
hips of the
this.
tree.
And he's holding a
tree
big
branches.
tie. Oh, no.
There he is. And it's, the canopy, sort of the fro of the man. big sir.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying?
So big and tall, like if you're buying your clothes at a big and tall, that means either vertically or horizontally,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, it's
No
you're either a
size
tall
fits
drink
you.
of water or you're morbidly
Right.
obese.
No size fits you.
it is replaced fat asses as my
That's your
number
other-
one big and tall.
That's your other.
Yeah.
Tall freaks and fat asses.
That's what
Lard ass suit broker.
bean poles and fat asses is the other one. I would like to give it. I think there's enough people out there that either have low enough self-esteem or just morbidly curious enough to come into a place that almost dares them to come
Yes,
in by
yes.
naming it Fat Asses Plus
Fat
or
asses.
something. Just the curiosity seekers and just the guys who have a sense of humor.
Threads for the corpulent man on the town.
I like the Forgotten Woman is the name of the big place. Ever see that?
No.
Place?
What?
There's a place called the Forgotten Woman.
No, but
and
still,
it's like,
there's a place in Monrovia that's got the best name of all called the Wizard of Bras.
oh really?
I have actually, yes.
Really?
I have actually sat in the nerd husband chair in that.
really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's an accomplishment.
There's
during pregnancy only. It was a pregnancy
I
thing.
see.
It
It's a
kinda
mark of
came
distinction, though. They
But
should give you
yeah.
like a little stamp or something.
Yeah,
a
it's
little-
like
little take home. I
There's a
survived.
place in Van Nuys that does the pre-manufactured lawns called the Marquis de Sade,
Nice.
which I like too.
Wow.
SOD.
Yeah,
But
strong.
what is that, like real grass, or is it
It's
like
sod.
the
The,
AstroTurf?
It's what you would call sod. Yes, it is. It is.
Has a
is-
name.
You know what they do?
Marathon grass.
They grow grass
Yeah.
and they actually
did that
roll
in
it
college.
up and
Marathon
they
grass,
come in
yeah.
and they put it on your front yard like it's tiles. You ever see
Yeah,
that?
I've seen that. Yeah, I'm,
Yeah.
but I'm
Carpet.
thinking of going for the AstroTurf.
Ooh.
I'm going. You know what? I would have balked at it a couple of years ago, but now that I'm a homeowner, I don't want to do anything hard.
Yeah. No, you should go ahead and just wrap yourself in it and wait to die. I agree. Alicia,
Hi,
what's happening?
Alicia.
Alicia?
Alicia.
Go on, Alicia.
Alicia.
Go ahead.
Okay, I don't know how to start, but you know how when a person walks down the street and some people will be like, "Oh, they're so hot," or I'd do him or I'd do her. I guess. And-
You mean you have sexual feelings by looking at other people?
Well, other people do, and
Not-
I don't
not you.
have that. Yeah, I
don't
don't.
have that.
When I see a person, they can be like beautiful or physically attractive, but not sexually.
Yeah, most women don't have that.
Sadly.
Yeah, most men do, most women don't, but some women
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
Well, my problem was that I can be sexually aroused when I'm touched, but as soon as we're like in the act or going towards that goal, and I have a moment to think, like just a split second to think, I just want it to be over and I want them to be away from me. And like,
Do you go? Do you,
You're like
do
a
you-
guy.
You have an older sister? Because this could work for
Do
me.
you proceed? Do you finish, or do you stop
Yeah.
it?
no,
go through
I let
Have
them.
Have you ever had a boyfriend? Let them
Yeah.
finish.
I always love women. Women, they speak in terms of I let them.
Yeah.
I let the guy
them.
do this to
I,
me. I let him.
acquiesce to
I was,
his
yeah. I was tired of
caveman
fighting
needs.
with him, and I let him.
It's equivalent of a guy thinking after having not eaten for 2 weeks, I let the steak go into my stomach.
Yeah.
I let the French fries in. No, that's not the way guys think at all.
So you just once you have a moment to think about it, you just like want to get out. It's not like cat people where you turn into a leopard or something like that.
You just
No.
want to get it over with. But how long? What's the longest relationship you've had?
About a year and a half.
And was it the same way in that relationship?
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
sometimes.
All right.
You getting the anger thing there?
It's really like if you were a jukebox, I would kick you.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about most of our callers. Like, come on, baby, let's go. Pace it up. National radio. Alicia, what happened? Did
anything
you get abused?
Right. You need to tell
What
us.
happened? You angry at men? Where's your dad?
No, I'm not. I'm not angry, man, and I don't. God, I don't want to be one of those callers that
Okay.
it's like it's sexual abuse, because I
But
really
was
don't
it?
think it started way before like any sort of.
Did you have some kind of abuse growing up?
Well, both of my parents are dead, and yeah, and so
What'd they die
I
of?
kind of. My mom died when I was 4,
Of what?
and she had cancer.
My goodness.
They found out the day I was born that she had cancer,
And your
and
dad, what happened to him?
he just died 2 years ago this month.
Of what?
Heart attack, and my stepmother.
And your stepmother
she
killed
hates
him.
she hates her stepmom.
Of course.
Oh, but let me just say this with women.
Yeah.
Real mom dies at age 4. Does stepmom stand a chance?
None.
They're going to hate her guts.
She could be Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa could blow in there. You could take Mother Teresa and Florence Henderson and Florence Nightingale and put them all in a Cuisinart and pour them into the mold of a lovable black woman, and she would hate her guts.
Yes.
And that's the way women are very, very good.
Very even about that. Very just.
Yeah. Now do the math on my stepdad and my sister. Yeah, awesome. Poor guy didn't stand a chance. Thank God he didn't talk, so no one knew what he was thinking.
Toxic brew.
Yeah. All right, Alicia.
This woman kicked me out 2 days after my dad died and proclaimed that we wouldn't get anything. And she's like burned all of her family photos. So she was no Mother Teresa.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you've had lots of trauma in your life, Alicia.
Yeah.
So naturally enough, being close to other people carries with it a great deal of uncomfortable feelings and
Yes.
threatening feelings.
And
These
you're
two
going to...
people that are supposed to stick around and be with you till you're old,
Right.
aren't around anymore.
And they sound like there was even more chaos than them leaving. There was, choosing bad partners and God knows what else was going on.
Yeah. What did your dad do for a living?
He was just upper management at Southwestern Bell. So
Southwestern Bell, did you say? Okay.
So, Alicia, listen, you can get treatment for this. You can see a therapist or get in a relationship with a nice guy and kind of work it out with somebody who actually cares about you. But if you really can't be close to somebody and you can't have sexual feelings, that's a real serious problem, and you would want to look into that.
Yeah. The percentage of women, girls, that claim they were kicked out of their house by their stepmom or stepdad for no reason versus the ones
That was
where
your
there's
sister,
actually
that was
a
your sister's
reason.
story, wasn't it?
Oh.
Reality, she ran away, but
My sister, I think, a cigarette lit the bed on fire, and then somebody stole my stepmom's jewelry, and it was like, it was just a disaster. I really should have. You know
after
what?
that, she was kicked out for no reason.
I know.
she ran away.
You know what? I really wish a Cambodian family would have just adopted me when I was 5.
Yeah, you would have been better with the Khmer Rouge. You're right.
Just out in some
You're right.
out in some rice paddy right now,
The
barefoot,
killing fields. Fabulous.
on top of dodging water moccasins and being dragged around by an ox. Nathan, you know what? It would have been a better life.
Big pyramid-shaped hat,
Yeah,
man.
crazy
Big cone,
pyramid hat.
big crazy cone.
Nathan,
Yeah,
you're 19.
yeah.
What's happening?
I have a question about salvia, if
Yeah.
Drew knows what that is, and if it has any mental effects.
Salvia divinorum? No, I don't know anything about it.
What is it, Drew? Don't be pompous. Just give the answers, would you, please?
It's a plant, hallucinogenic. One of the interesting things about it that its hallucinogenic properties may be mediated by something called the kappa opioid receptors, and it's something that also perhaps other dissociatives like ketamine stimulate. It also
Where do you
has,
get this drug?
It's out there. It's people
Really?
In the
Yeah.
lobby?
Yeah.
possibly. It grows wild around here. People
SpongeBob, make haste.
I think that guy that hangs out around the gate at the radio station has that.
Yeah, I think Squidward uses a little bit of this stuff, and it like other hallucinogenics, it has other properties, excessive serotonin stimulation and whatnot, and it probably seems to cause something called excitotoxicity, whereby by excessively stimulating brain cells, you cause the products the brain cells produce to sort of break loose inside the cell and become free radicals and destroy the cells.
Where do you get this? I mean, is it plant form?
Yeah, it's
is
plant.
it
I
manufactured?
think they make a tea out of it, if I'm right.
Oh,
Or they
wow.
smoke.
Let's speak to.
There's lots of information online
Is
about
his
it.
name
Adrian?
That is Adrian. That's that how you spell
Female.
Adrian? That's the female Adrian. All right. What's a guy? IAN?
Yeah.
Adrian?
Adrian, like
All right. You're 23?
Adrian's tomb.
Oh, 19?
I'm 19.
19. What's up?
Okay, I've been with this guy for 2 years, and recently he was sent to prison, and I want you guys to help me come up with something to say to him to break up with him, and I want to soften the blow.
No.
No, that's probably happening.
What? Next time you go to visit him,
I
write
don't visit him.
backwards. Oh, you don't visit him?
No, he's
I think-
only been in prison for like a month.
When's he get out?
10 months.
What's he in there for?
Violating probation, and he's on probation.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's always the
Yes.
number one answer.
Yeah.
Violating probation.
Right.
And he was on probation for.
Robbing a store.
All right.
Okay, that's it. Because
okay.
otherwise, it's like saying, "What'd he die of?" and the person says death.
And what did he do?
Fatal causes.
What did he do to violate the probation?
He was in possession of a firearm.
Robbed another store.
Oh my God,
It's robbed a store.
this guy sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you want to break up with this guy?
Yeah, who could leave all that behind?
Did you know him when he was knocking over stores?
No.
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 And why would you hook up with a guy like this?
Oh, no.
I love him.
Yeah, sure. Where's your dad?
Probably at home.
Not in jail?
No.
Has he been in jail?
I don't think so.
Well,
Do you know
maybe
your-
her dad is like an ultra straight accountant.
Do you know your
That's
dad?
the deal.
I know my father.
You do know him.
Yeah.
Look, did you grow up with him? Has he always been your father? Are your parents still together? Is he your biological father?
He's my biological father. My parents split up when I was like 3, and I spent half of my life with him and half of my life with my mother.
Wouldn't you know if he'd been in jail?
No, he hasn't.
Well, you never know because she was with him Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. He
Yeah.
could have been in
Yeah,
jail
you're right.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
You're right. It could be all
That's what
ruse.
my dad would do.
Yeah.
And the even day robber has struck again.
Yeah. I would like that. That's what I would do if I was a judge. I'd like, look, you can either do 10 years full time, or you can do 20 years Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then every other Sunday.
Here's it for Adrian. We don't have a good answer for you, but it's the right thing to do.
Adrian,
Yeah.
something has to be wrong in your life. What are you doing? Junior college?
Yeah.
Shocking. Shocking.
You're always right when you ask that question.
I know.
He smells it.
It's weird.
Here is the recipe for my success. I just listen for stupid people, and then I say junior
they're
college,
stupid
and they
that-
say yes.
They're stupid that don't go to junior college. They're stupid that work and stupid that drop out of high school.
There's a different sound. You have to be stupid and lazy to go to junior college.
Okay.
Stupid and motivated just means blue collar. You just do what I did when I was 19.
Yeah.
Right.
Stupid and lazy. That's junior college because what it is, here's a recipe for junior college. I'm really stupid, but I don't want to get up in the morning. So what does that leave you? Accounting? Nope.
And cartoon voices.
And cartoon
Oh, yeah.
voices.
What voice do you do besides by the SpongeBob series?
Oh, man, I do a zillion series. I do all kinds of stuff.
Other stuff that we would definitely know.
Oh, man. Yeah, I do. Well, it depends on how much time you're sitting
Truth's
around watching
got
cartoons.
kids.
Oh, you got kids? Okay, yeah.
Godparents?
Okay,
Fairly
yeah,
Godparents?
Fairly
Fairly
Odd
Godparents?
Parents, Camp Laszlo.
What do you do in Fairly Odd Parents?
I do like all kinds of characters on
Char-
that
not
one.
the main character.
Not the main ones, but I did Cat Dog and Powerpuff Girls and
What'd you do in Powerpuff
Batman.
Girls?
I'm the Penguin. I'm Batman. And
What did you do with the Powerpuff Girls?
I was the narrator and the mayor and a bunch of the bad
Yes,
guys.
the mayor.
So,
Wow.
yeah, there's just all kinds of stuff.
Awesome.
See, and then I can never remember it when people go, "What are you doing?" 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like
Too many.
there's too many. But I got my bio somewhere.
Yeah, check that out.
there's a guy with my bio walking around.
Adrian?
Yeah.
All right, so dump the guy and get out of junior college because that's your own prison.
How do I soften the blow? I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Listen, Adrian, you can't. There's no such thing.
Don't worry about him.
Here's my thing. When someone goes into the joint, you don't have to break up with them. The state has fixed that for you.
And by the way, they've set this thing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to feel bad for them. This is what it means when you misbehave. You take the consequences and you lose things.
Also, research has shown that non-criminals make better partners.
Non-criminals.
Yeah.
That's interesting
Non-criminals.
research.
Yes. Yeah.
Although these days I wonder.
I'm telling you, Drew, I would like to just turn junior colleges into medium security prisons.
Yeah.
Let's get everyone in there.
They sort of are, I guess.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
They're
At least the partners of the prisoners.
right. Tom Kinney is here tonight, otherwise known as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yes,
and then
sometimes.
1,000 other voices.
I want to hear some though.
Yeah, give us
Oh,
a
man.
little shot of. Well, you have to ask him some questions.
See,
Drew.
that's the thing. I'm lacking that.
How
gene
are
where you're
things in
just always
Bikini Bottom
How
these
are
days?
things in Bikini Bottom? Well, I don't. Oh, I feel so
Drew,
stupid.
ask another question.
Yeah, you know.
What? Anderson.
Have him read his bio.
as SpongeBob.
I don't have my bio.
Not
Get
bad.
that bio.
Oh, the Gettysburg Address says SpongeBob.
Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Here's
God.
Tom Kenny.
Oh,
here
God.
it
Let's
is.
You can
see.
read just the opening paragraph.
Let's see. Okay, as SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Oh, no. The
buddy.
opening paragraph is too embarrassing.
I know.
Well, pick another paragraph.
No, this is a bad sentence.
As a lifelong frustrated cartoonist, Kenny is thrilled to be a part of today's animation renaissance.
I've never seen this before, and I don't know what an animation renaissance
I know.
like
I
we're
know.
It's always
Prancing around
humiliating.
in
It's scary to read a bio.
When these publicists put together the bio, the celebrities never read it,
Never.
and then you ask them to read it, and they're like, "With the strength of 10 men and hung like a
Right.
black rhino."
Right.
I don't,
Right.
What?
Or
Women
the-
swoon and
this?
cry when he walks in the room.
Or there's
Huh?
shows on there that never saw the light of day that you go,
Right.
why is this on my bio? This lasted 3 episodes.
My partner is a monkey.
Yeah, my
gym
gym partner's
partner's
monkey.
monkey.
That one's new. That's upcoming.
Okay, I haven't
So
seen
this
that
has
one yet.
actually been recently updated. I can see.
Tom Kinney in studio tonight. A little SpongeBob for you. Mucho
Yeah.
vavoom.
Lucha Vavoom.
Johnny Bravo. Who were you on that?
I was Carl, his nerdy sidekick
Oh
friend.
yeah. I mean the scientist type.
The
guy.
scientist
Yes,
guy.
yes.
Yeah,
true.
I play a lot of scientists.
Okay, Drew.
I'm just
All right,
checking.
See,
Hey,
he loves showing off his
Taking a break.
cartoonology, baby.
A lot of show left. A lot of show left, buddy. Cool your
Anderson,
chest. You don't
dude,
want to shoot
relax.
your wad in the
Drew's
first
going,
break.
geez, I thought his bio would be a little more impressive.
We'll take a little break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Tom Kinney in here tonight from SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah. Promoting Lucha Vavoom.
Lucha Vavoom.
Which is
26th and 27th, Mayan Theater, L.A.
also November 17th and 18th at Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, part of the, they're doing like a big Las Vegas comedy fest. Do you do a lot of the comedy festivals, Adam?
No.
Do you go to those?
No.
Too many comedians?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't like comedy. I like cars and building and stuff like that.
I like cartoons. Who were you on Dexter's Laboratory?
Worship the cloven hoofed prince of darkness.
Oh, yeah. Remember that that little bite from last time? That might have been what they were talking about when they
They
yelled
like that
at
one.
yelled at me for coming
Come on,
on
now,
your
give
show.
Tom Dexter's.
But let's see. Again, I think I was just like a lot
The
of
dad?
bad guys and monsters and robots. You know, a lot of the stuff you come in and they go, you know, you're the Russian guy and you're Stephen Hawking and you're
Right.
a bear and you're a hillbilly and a robot.
How much of that stuff is derivative? Like they go, like, you know, this old sitcom.
Yeah.
You're Mr. Mooney, Lucille Ball's boss.
There's
or
some
something
of
like
that, but it's always, well, you know, if it's Mr. Mooney, then I get it. But like, you know, I'm sure it's always sort of frustrating for them because my reference level ends at like 1966.
Right.
You know, which is the last time I watched TV with any. Right, you know, once
Right, and these
the
guys are-
Munsters,
and these guys are
went
all-
off the air, it was all over for me.
And these guys are all 25 and
Yeah.
started with.
Yeah. I can't believe that you never saw Facts of Life. Are you serious? How could you live on this planet and never have seen Facts of Life?
Yeah. You're Boner, the neighbor, and Facts of Life. You're
Wait.
Skippy.
Back up, dude. You never saw Saved by the Bell. You never watched an episode.
I know.
BS. That's bull. There's no way.
Can you do a little Mr. Mooney for us?
I just remember he was always like sinking in a boat or something at the end of that.
Yeah.
And you wanted to go fishing, Mrs. Carmichael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I don't. Somehow, she spent an inordinate amount of time with her boss, like on vacations and things, and they hated
That was
each other.
inappropriate. Yeah.
Rachel,
Yeah?
21,
Yes.
genital warts.
I know, it's true.
All right. What's the question?
Good times.
Yeah, great one. My question is if I am doomed forever to never have sex again, or if there's anything out there that can get rid of them, because I heard they're incurable. And I've tried, I had them taken off once with this, like, burning acid, and they came back a year later. But, like, two came back. And
All right, so here's the deal.
Okay.
First of all, you have joined most of your female compatriots in having the wart virus. It's exceedingly common.
Yeah, Drew says most, but it's not most. Probably half.
All right, I'll give you half.
Maybe not that much.
And nearly most.
Mm-hmm.
And this is exceedingly common. There are plenty of guys out there that have this. Condoms do protect against this, but not with 100% effectiveness. The viruses, the warts that tend to keep coming back and persist are the ones that do tend to be associated with cervical cancer. And it kind of sounds like you might have that. So you need to be sure to really get them under control. The more warts you have, the more contagious you are, the more virus you're producing. And if you have this virus, whatever type you have, you need to get regular pap smears as this is the virus that causes cervical cancer. It doesn't seem to do anything in men except cause anal cancer, and there will be a vaccine for this within 6 months.
Well, how does it get to the anus?
I'm just saying. 6 months, this will be a non-issue by the end of next year. That vaccine is, every young person on Earth is going to be vaccinated.
I mean, you have to have anal sex, right?
Well, for the most part. It can also spread. If you really don't take care of it, it can kind of go around the other side.
That's why I have a moat between my sack and my anus, so that a virus cannot make it there.
It's that's no man's land right there.
I've seen that moat.
It's the
Yeah.
DMZ.
Yeah, it's right, the DMZ.
But seriously, there's like
It's right
very,
between
it's in the briar patch,
Spartanburg and
though.
Annisville.
It's like a
Right
briar
on the
patch,
border.
though. I mean, it's like very thicket. It's hard to see.
Well, first off,
briar pecker.
it's basically like Omaha Beach. It's like how the
Yes,
Germans
yes,
set up
yeah.
waiting for the Marine amphibious craft.
Well, except after absolutely it is. But when you hit the land, then it's like Sherwood Forest up there. It's like what?
Well, that's the thicket.
The thicket. Yeah.
That's what they had in Normandy there.
Yes.
Hedgerow.
Right. Hedgerow. Yes.
Do you think this is
Crowds
the
hidden
only
in my
time that
hedgerow.
this may be the only time that Omaha Beach and Sherwood Forest and genital warts have all been part of the same conversation?
Certainly on this show.
I think so.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys something.
I was merry men.
I was talking about this the other day. The term jerry rig. I think it's derogatory toward Germans. Jerry's is what we used to call the Germans
Right.
in World War
I.
II.
And World War I,
One
too,
and
right?
two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
And I think when we say you jerry rig something, I think it's like a booby trap or something, or something that was rigged by the Germans.
Interesting.
Yet that stays around. That endures, jerry rig.
Yeah, but you can't talk about.
You can't do the N word with the word rig at the
You
end of
can't
it.
say gyp anymore either.
Oh, is that gyp? That's
Because gypsies, they've.
oh, really?
Yeah, right.
Gypped us.
Yeah. That's
You
the
you
gypsies.
can't say
Didn't know
that,
that came from-
but what you can say is going Dutch, which is cheap, and you can also say Welshing on a bet. That's Welsh.
I thought it was. Is it?
It's the same one.
Is it really?
Yeah, they're talking about being cheap.
Wow.
I always thought it was welching.
I thought it was welching too. I thought
It is, but that's how it.
But
it's
that's
the same. It's
that's the
derived.
etymology
I
of
think
it,
it's
huh?
derived from that.
Be darned.
Drew, go look that up.
I will.
No,
After you
you're
right
needed
now?
at the
I'll-
computer
I'll-
right
Yeah.
now.
And where does the word etymology come from?
Look that up.
Look that up. No.
Yeah. Yeah. You ready? You ready? Let's talk about Claudia wants a threesome. Yeah. Look up nomenclature, Drew.
The flying fingers of Dr. Drew.
Joanne?
Yes.
Hold on. I want to talk to Claudia. She wants to have a threesome. That's better radio. Claudia?
Yes.
22?
Yes.
What's up, baby doll?
Oh, okay. Listen, I've been curious to have a threesome with my boyfriend. However, I did talk to him about this already, and he's all up for it. But I want to do it, but I don't.
Hold on a second. Drew says what? No?
It says something about jury rigging. It comes from jury rig.
There's no jerry
Like
rig.
fix-
It is
in a jury?
rig, but it says to jury rig, as though you were going to.
Pay off a jury or
Right.
something, right?
Oh, see
Buy,
if
buy
we-
the jury.
But the thing that's weird about it's not used that way.
I know.
You look up Jerry. See if we called the
Jerry.
Germans the Jerrys in World War II.
Oh, we definitely did. Yeah,
I think
that's in
we
a lot
did,
of-
too.
Yeah, in World War One too. You see that in a lot
And I
of the
think they
World
would
War I
rig
movies.
things. I thought that's where it came from. All right,
I'm
let's
looking up some more.
Hey, Drew,
Yeah,
Google.
Doughboys
Google.
versus Jerry's.
Google.
What was the other
blow
word I
your
was
mind.
looking up besides etymology, which bores me?
We wanted to also look up welching on a bet.
Welch.
Yeah. Claudia,
Yes.
we're trying to entertain ourselves over here. You want a threesome.
Words or threesomes? Okay.
You want a threesome with your
No,
boyfriend.
Yeah, I do, but I
Do
don't know.
you care if the relationship ends?
No, I don't.
Well,
That's
then
the
there you
question.
go.
I don't know if it's going to be healthy. And I know if I mention to him, ever since I mentioned it to him, he's asking me, what about this chick? What if I get to pick her? It's
So,
like,
hold
guys,
on.
Is this
There's
how
no
it works?
cookies in my box.
Hey, Claudia, wait a minute. A second ago, you said you didn't care if the relationship ends. I think
No, I do care. I do care. I don't want
Well,
it.
then don't do this thing.
Right.
It's not worth it, right?
Second jerry rig refers to jerry, a World War II term for our hated enemy.
Yeah, sweet.
Thank
Yes.
you.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
Yep. Vindication for the Ace Man. Claudia.
Yeah.
Okay, look, do you want here are the two reasons you should be in a threesome, or here are the two motivational forces for being in a threesome. One, you would like to experience a female, yet you do not want to saddle yourself with the title of dyke.
You're gay.
Yeah, so you would like to experiment with a woman, but under the guise of a threesome, it makes it okay.
You're gay.
or you would like to sabotage your relationship and get out of it because you can't stand intimacy. So which is it?
I don't want to sabotage it.
All right, so then you would like to be with a woman.
Well, no, it's kind of just curiosity, but if it's...
Yeah, but look, here's the thing. Hold on. Tom, curious about guys? Just
am I curious about
guys?
guys?
Blow a guy, just check it off the list, just say you did
to
it.
See what it's like. No, I have to say that particular
SpongeBob,
you know that?
I'm not touching that one. But I've got a family. I got to keep food on my family's feet. But no,
all right,
no,
Claudia.
I got to say that desire, that curiosity has been dead in me.
Right. Here's the thing. Yeah. Ever since Bobcat gave me anal warts in 1986,
yeah, I never recovered. I never bounced back from that.
Never bounced back. You don't return from that.
They came back twice as many.
Claudia,
Yeah.
what's going on? Where's your dad? I smell chaos.
My dad's sick.
He's sick?
He's in his own little world.
He's mentally ill.
Mentally ill.
No,
What's up?
he's, just physically ill.
Well, he's in his
he's
own...
physically ill in his own world?
Well, yeah, my dad's just a mood swinger.
Uh-oh. What about
You
your
sound
dad?
like kind of a swinger yourself.
Was he around when you were growing up?
Yeah, well, he was more of an alcoholic, but,
Okay, here we go.
that's what really screwed him over, and he turned diabetic, and then he pretty much has hate towards the world, and 5 kids, and we all helped him, and he couldn't say we never helped him.
Yeah.
So
all right. All right, baby.
Another question, too.
Hold on a second. Why you're going to sabotage this relationship?
No, I'm not.
Etymon, true sense of a word. Etymology.
Hey, Claudia?
Yeah.
Did you look up Welch, by the way?
Yes, you're right.
I'm sorry.
All right. Derogatory. Here's the thing. Here's what I've learned. Welch, Jerry, whoever. As long as they're white, keep it coming. If you're anything darker than white, you got to knock it off. It's not right. If the race that you're making fun of is doing okay, bring it on. Keep it coming. As long as we're buying their cars or they're selling product, there's no real problems. Keep it coming. If the race isn't doing so good, then you got to knock it off. That's pretty much how derogatory terms work.
As long as there's a white guy in the White House, you can say Welsh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right. That's right. All right, Claudia,
your dad's an alcoholic. You were traumatized growing up. You're used to chaos. You're that's your idea of what a man is and what something you love ought to be like. And if you got a guy that's actually a nice guy, you've got to inject some real chaos into that relationship by bringing another guy in. And God knows the drama you'll evoke. The relationship will not survive. If you really have to have this in your life, in fact, I smell alcoholism on her too. You really want to look into this. This is not going to be a pleasant life.
Claudia?
Okay, yeah.
You're a drink too, huh?
Occasionally, I hardly drink.
Do you guys have kids?
No, we don't.
Good girl.
Hold that off.
Why don't you have kids?
I'm concentrating on my career first.
Which is what? Stripper?
Well, becoming a director of collections.
All right.
That's what I do for a living. I do collections, but I have my goals in life before, I set my family.
Smoke pot, or what are you doing?
No, I don't. I'm actually clean. I'm just
good,
typical girl.
You don't have a momentum in that direction towards substances.
What was that again?
You don't have momentum towards substances.
No.
Towards drugs.
What does your man do for a living?
Well, actually he's a cable technician.
Mm-hmm.
And he's pretty much out in the field.
So he installs a cable, and then when they can't pay for it, you come in.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Actually,
Hakuna Matata. It's the circle of life.
Yep.
What would you rather hear? Like if your daughter was dating somebody.
Don't do this to me.
But just listen. And you said your daughter, what's he do for a living, this new guy you're dating? Would you rather hear, right now? Or would you like to hear right now? Or the thing about it.
Thing.
All right. Well, how about this? The thing about it is.
Oh, right now. I want to hear right now.
Okay. Yeah. Or the worst is, well, to hear him say it. Yeah, that's always the worst.
They would never say it.
If you ask him,
that'd be right now.
Okay. Tom Kinney here tonight.
Hey.
Yeah. Lucha Vavoom.
Right.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Tom Kinney's in studio tonight. Of course, the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
And here promoting Lucha Vavoom.
Yes.
26th, 27th, Mayan Theater.
Meeting all your Mexican wrestling and burlesque dancing and comedy needs.
Well, finally, see, because what I would have to do on a weekend is I have to go over to a comedy club, watch my comedy. Then I'd go to a burlesque club to watch some burlesque dancing.
And Tijuana.
And then it's off to Tijuana to...
Exactly. Americans are getting busier. They can't, they have to multitask.
Well, here's the thing. You go to the store, you don't go to one store and buy tomatoes and go to another store and buy ketchup or canned goods. It's all under one roof, isn't it?
It is now.
And that's what Lucha Vavoom is.
It's like a fun, funky Walmart.
Yeah. I would go through a tank of gas trying to hit all these stops on a Friday night, Drew.
No, you've complained many years about
Instead,
this.
I just head
Sex,
down,
violence, laughter. What else is there in life?
head down to the... it really sounds like a Red Hot Chili Pepper sound. I would just head down to the Mayan Theater and take it all in.
Come on in.
Come on down.
Or come down to that Vegas Comedy Festival,
7
November 17 and 18.
17th and 18th.
Speaking of all that action packed into one phenomenon, here we go.
It's
Germany
insane.
or Florida? This is a game that's sweeping the nation. Ron,
Hey, what's up?
21. What's up, my brother?
I just got to Germany or Florida.
Here we go.
All right. A man admitted to a local hospital specializing in the treatment of
Germany.
patients with drug and alcohol abuse recently went missing. Assuming that the patient had checked himself out, no search was called for. That is until it was discovered that the hospital was also missing an ambulance. The man was discovered days later driving the stolen ambulance, wearing a stethoscope, doctor's pager, and 2 latex gloves. More unusual was the deer found in the gurney in the back of the ambulance. The long dead and rotting carcass was attached to IV solution with used defibrillator pads laying at its side.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
That's nice.
Deep. Germany or Florida? Hold on. Let
here's
us
the deal.
convene.
Let me just the macabre quality screams Germany.
It does.
It does.
It does.
And we would have read about the PETA response to this had it been America.
Yeah, the
but
Go-Go's
Drew,
would have showed up.
Drew, slippery slope. Because
Wait,
we
all
talk about this every night. Every time we play Germany or Florida, you say, "Oh, surely we would have heard about this if it was a local
All right, well, let
story."
me take another twist on it. In America, at least in California, you got to look for your patients. You have an obligation. If a mental health patient takes off, you're calling the police. You have to go through a procedure.
True. Calling on his Hippocratic oath.
And so the fact that they just go, oh well, can't find him. That's not United States. Not California anyway.
Well, the part where he was a drug addict feels very Floridian, and the part where he stole the ambulance feels Floridian, and the part where he killed the deer feels Floridian, but the part where he used some paddles on the deer feels very German. I'm going German.
I am too.
Tom?
German.
Of course, now the laws about patients' rights and things in Florida could be totally different knowing Florida.
Interesting. We're all going Germany.
Yep.
I got to go Germany.
Ron, Germany or Florida?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh.
Damn!
Jacksonville, too.
I bowed to your expertise and was burned once again.
Damn Florida. Would they catch up with the rest of the country?
See, that Fritz Lang
Look,
quality was
they-
just too strong.
They haven't even caught up to Nevada yet. You understand?
Can I ask Tom Kenny a quick question?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, were you the voice of Heifer on Rocco's Modern Life?
Yes, I was. That was my first. That was my first cartoon
Which
job.
one? Which voice was that? Do it. Let's hear it.
Oh God, that was in 1992. But he was a big yellow collar. It was just based on my nephew at the time, who was 12 years old, and just his voice is changing, and he was like, "Oh man, small town goofball."
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now a very successful commercial artist.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
In New York City.
See? Molestation worked.
See? The molestation worked occasionally.
Here's the
Occasionally.
thing.
Uncles can
That's good.
transform kids with their penis. I
You
guess.
ain't,
I am
you
your
know,
funny
you don't,
uncle.
you don't become an artist by hitting home runs in Little League. You need a little
Right.
diddling.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I'm
Trauma.
saying you owe it to your son or daughter if you'd like her to be a struggling artist.
traumatize them.
Well, Drew.
Just a little.
Otherwise, you're just boring and you're crunching numbers all day.
I see.
I think when you say artist, the struggling is implied anyway, right?
Right.
For the
Right.
most part.
Drew, I'm just saying, here's what I'm saying. Drew, how
Yeah.
about this? Once in a while, you break a bone, it heals incorrectly, and they have to re-break it.
Yes.
Now, they don't put
Bless
it
Paul's
they don't put
hand.
it under the car and back over it with the truck to re-break it. They do it in a surgical setting,
Yeah.
in a hospital setting, right?
Yeah.
how about you do a little sort of clinical molestation just to make the kid
just
creative,
a dose.
but not to scar them for
Just
life.
the right dose, the right
Yeah,
amount.
you know what I'm saying?
To create
do
a
it in a
genius.
supervised environment.
To create a bipolar genius.
Sterile,
Yes, I
put
see.
them under, give them a quick little clinical diddling. It's an outpatient thing.
Pow.
They're home that day, and they're not traumatized for life because it wasn't done in a dank basement, but yet there's enough trauma to just awaken the creative gene.
Okay.
Think about it.
So
Okay.
anyway, yeah.
All right.
I'm
All right.
thinking-
Just
I'm
give it some
thinking-
thought.
yeah,
Give it
okay.
some thought.
Okay.
I smell business opportunity. I think some price gouging is in order here, Dr. Drew.
We'll take ourselves a little break. Drew, I'm serious.
We just
You-
did,
I know
didn't
you
we?
are.
You need to
Yeah,
focus
it's time
on
for
that.
that. Things are flying by tonight.
Tom Kinney in here tonight, the voice of his goofball cousin, nephew. We'll take and of course, SpongeBob SquarePants. Take a quick break. Be right back after this.
What?
Hey, everybody,
I
it's
gotta know.
Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew.
Hold on, finish that
Legendary.
thought.
Which,
Okay.
Drew,
Go ahead.
could I? All right,
Go ahead.
who's on the show?
Tom Kenny, the legendary voice of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Legendary voice.
Worship
let
the
me-
cloven
his
hoof
voice is
brings the
legendary.
darkness.
Let me get through the goddamn thing, and then you can ask Tom his question. Now go.
Go ahead. I forgot.
Oh,
Can't
come on,
remember. We were
buddy.
just belly aching about cartoons, the way we were belly aching about everything else. tonight.
Hanna-Barbera did what? They
Well, you know, Hanna-Barbera were the ones who said, we can do it cheaper. We can give you a half hour of animation for $200. What do you think? And
so it was really economic.
Here's what we were lamenting. We were lamenting the fact that when we were kids, the cartoons blew ass. And I'm not talking about Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck.
No, that was,
and
that
Warner
was for
Brothers.
theater. Those were theatrical releases.
That was wonderful stuff.
That was for theater that went to TV.
I just want people to understand that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about
Stuff that was
is the
for
Hanna-Barbera stuff, which were flaming turds of unimaginative
Funky
crap.
Phantom.
Funky Phantom and Darkwing Duck. No, but,
Yeah, but, but that's when it really
But the
went
Hair
down.
Bear, you're right. Funky Phantom, Hair Bear Bunch, Scooby Doo. They were all trying. They were going, "Hey, kids dig the hippie culture.
Right.
Let's we'll put them in a van and put."
Yes.
to me,
psychedelic.
To me, they bottomed out with Grape Ape, which was a purple ape that just kept repeating Grape Ape, Grape Ape. Grape Ape. Now, here's all the thing.
Little limited.
I would like to sue Hanna-Barbera because I want my childhood back. You guys were hacks. You still are. You're known as some sort of, like there's some sort of creative something going on over there. This was horrible, schlocky hackitude at its worst, and it blew monkey ass. And whoever,
or ape ass.
I hope whoever came up with Grape Ape is dead. I really do, because that sucked, and so did the Hair Bear Bunch, and so did Hong Kong Phooey, and so did all that. I swear.
What
I'm
about the
gonna
60s
swear.
stuff?
Right now, there's some really old guy sitting in front of an old 1930s radio crying.
Screaming it at him. Carolla.
Please,
That hurt
please,
me to the quick.
please take yourself out. Have
Grape
some
Ape
dignity.
came to me in a dream.
Right.
But I'm saying when you're a kid, especially if you grew up in the pre-cable era, you would watch anything that sort of smelled like a cartoon. Like Sunday morning, there was like a Shirley Temple movie, and like
No choice.
Mass for shut-ins,
Right.
And,
Schiller in
and
the
then
afternoon.
and then there was Davy and Goliath, which
that
sort of Christian, but it looked like Gumby.
You'd watch the American flag and the reading of the prayers at night just to have something
Right.
to watch.
Have you been bathed in the blood of the Lamb, Davy?
I always love that. It's like, we could get to school faster if we took old man Wilson's car. I don't know.
So, somebody sent me a genius DVD. Actually, the guy, the longtime voice of Fred Flintstone, Henry Cording, passed away recently. And when I was looking at his resume,
This was the second Fred?
the second Fred,
Yeah.
but he was Fred for like 40 years. He was like 80 something when he
Right.
passed away recently. And in his resume, there was something called the Pebbles and Bam Bam Just Say No to Drugs special.
Wow.
From the 80s. So a friend of mine tracked it down there at Cartoon Network and got it to me. And
Nice.
I'd love to lay copies on you.
Please. Please.
You'll love it.
Here's my point. Here's what our childhoods were like with these horrible Hanna-Barbera cartoons. It was what the American car companies were at the same time, minus any Japanese competition.
The Gremlin.
S. You got S. when you have no competition.
pacer.
Yes. When Hanna-Barbera is the only game in town, they take a dump in a coffee filter and hand it to you like it's a basket of roses, and you have no choice but to take it, and that's what you get.
Everybody
Now,
was driving a grape ape.
There is a million.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
There's a million stations, and you have to compete.
But absolutely, competition is always better for those of us consuming it. But you keep going. You keep coming down on the '70s stuff, which we have universal agreement yet. What are we saying about the '60s stuff?
That stuff sucked too.
See, I like that stuff because
I did too.
I like the voice work and I like the character designs.
Well,
I think Yogi Bear looks cool, and I think Huckleberry Hound looks cool as drawings, and I think
he already said he liked
the voices are
Quick
cool.
Draw McGraw. You like El Caban?
I love that.
Baba Louie.
Now when I watch them, they aren't.
No,
I did like them a lot, and now when I watch them, they seem a lot
Lippy the
slower
Lion,
and more
Hardy
plodding.
Har Har.
They're
That
a lot more
sucked.
plodding than I remember them.
Yeah.
But
And also-
the voice work is great and the character designs are great.
But what a cop out! Every single Yogi Bear, episodes, he's trying to get a picnic basket, and that's about it.
But that's what I thought too. But you get attached to the characters as a kid,
Right.
And it was all a lot of interesting voices.
Well, listen, when you're young,
The
and you're
maniac, bro.
Snaggletooth,
yeah, no,
Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss.
The pink lion. See, I was like,
I did love El Kabong though. By the way.
El Kabong was good, right?
Yeah. Snagglepuss had that weird thing where he wore like the cuffs of a shirt
With
but
no shirt. And a collar with a bow tie, shirt.
But a lot of that shirt was just missing.
I was saying, with as far as Yogi Bear goes, no more frightening look than a guy wearing a collar, a tie, nothing else.
Well, that's the Snagglepuss
pants.
too.
Yeah, Snagglepuss had that too. Cuffs like a Chippendale dancer.
Right.
Joanne,
Yeah.
exit stage right.
Good. Posthumously.
Maybe we should put on some pants, Yogi.
Boo Boo was like, why was he hanging around with Yogi? He never wanted to do what Mr. Rain.
Low self-esteem.
That's the uncle and the nephew thing. That's the weird,
he was
whatever.
molested.
hanging around with a
Boo-Boo.
career criminal.
Yeah.
Well, Top Cat, they were all like these grifters and
Top
con
Cat,
men,
yes.
just like trying to fleece the public.
It was a great message to send the youth of America, because it'd always be like, it's time to go to work. Yeah, I'm going to take a nap.
Right.
We'll steal something later and eat. Awesome message.
Cheese it, boys. It's Officer Dibble. Just running from the cops, eating garbage. Like they're like junkies.
There's no character that ever went to work in these cartoons. It was always trying to get out of something.
But, I think that's something that maybe I did learn from that was like the characters that did go to work were always like the boring
The man.
tools.
It was the man, yeah.
Mr. Peebles that ran the pet shop.
Was he the
What kind of
trade
pet shop
bait?
has a gorilla in it? No, that was McGilla Gorilla.
Oh,
And it
McGilla
was always
Gorilla,
the underdog winning, right? It was always the mice beating the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of pet store does actually have a lowland gorilla?
Like a lowland gorilla.
Silverback, dominant male.
In the window. In the window.
I'd love just to kill a couple of kids. Joanne,
Yeah.
How much is that gorilla in the window? What?
you're
That's how the
19.
show opens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
McGilla. And by the way,
The name.
it's not creative. You just thinking of a name that doesn't exist and rhyming it
Yiddish.
with like
A Yiddishism.
McGilla
Yes.
Gorilla. Right.
Yes.
All right. Let's go. I'm disgusted at Hanna-Barbera. Joanne?
Yeah.
Right. What's
Hi.
up? What's up?
Well, my question was, why is it always that when I'm high, when I'm tweaked out, on methamphetamine, I like to, for some reason, it's a thrill. I like to have sex with my boyfriend. And he doesn't. He feels obligated, like, if it's a job.
When he's high, he feels like it's a job, or all the time he feels like it's a job?
No. When he's high. When he's not, it's...
Yeah. Well, are you amphetamine addicted? Are you using 3-4 times a week?
Not right now. I've been clean for so far about almost going for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
All right.
That's not clean. Amphetamine takes months
I mean,
and months.
no, not clean, but not doing it, though.
No, you're right.
She's moving toward.
Yeah, to
she's
say
moving
I'm-
toward 2 weeks.
yeah, to
she's
say I'm not doing
She's
for-
15 days away from getting to 2 weeks.
Yeah, to say I'm not doing, haven't done for 2 weeks means you are a severe amphetamine addict, and so what happens is you actually destroy those parts of your brain where you feel things like sexual pleasure, and the only way you can experience it is when it's pharmacologically enhanced.
It's like it gets me a thrill for some reason, and when he's on it or when he's high,
A normal person is shut down sexually by stimulants, but that's the only way you can function now that you're addicted. You've got to get this addiction treatment. It's not going to stop. If you're using 4 times a month, it continues the damage.
I rarely go down this path, but
You
calling
guys
from
really
Monte.
think so?
Montebello.
I don't think so. That's a fact.
Addicted to meth, sexually compulsive.
Korean?
Jew. Joanne, you're Jewish?
No, I'm Russian and Puerto Rican.
Oh, wow. That's an addiction kind of
Russian
right
and
there.
Puerto Rican?
Yes.
Well,
All right.
okay.
Which side do you think's addicted to meth? Puerto Rican?
Yeah, amphetamine addiction enlists parts of the brain that makes it very difficult to stay stopped.
What?
And you're going to need treatment for this.
The thing about...
Think so?
Yeah.
I know I'm able to leave it because every time I got pregnant and I had my kids, I didn't have the urge. You know, I
Yeah.
have 3 children.
Okay, you're not Jewish. Come on.
Every time
I'm
you got
not
pregnant.
Jewish.
Hooked on meth, crapping out the kids. Give me a break.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
I know a Jewish broad when I hear one.
Many women,
in my box.
many women early in their disease do find that they can stop for things like pregnancy, but you're on your way. where
Hold
this is
on
going.
1 second. What has happened to society where people sort of cavalierly and without any sense of irony or guilt or anything just volunteer this stuff? Oh, listen, I know I can quit the meth because every time I get pregnant, I stop for 4 months.
You know, to not do that would be irresponsible.
Right. Well, not only that, every time I get pregnant.
She's 19, and every time she gets pregnant, she just puts down the crack pipe. It's awesome.
Yeah.
The bar is rather low.
It's not a crack pipe. It's an instant burner.
All right.
Yeah,
man. How many?
Joanne,
how-
you
how many-
cannot imagine.
Squaresville Corolla.
You cannot imagine the effect this has
Carolla.
on your brain. It is
What-
profoundly
what brain?
destructive.
Joanne,
Yeah.
how many kids do you have?
3.
Well, they aren't going to have a mom very
Do you
long.
really have 3 kids?
Yeah, I have a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 5-month-year-old. 5.5, actually.
5-month-year-old.
All right. And
5-month-year-old.
what is the plan?
5-month-year-old.
I mean, why would you want to have kids when you're like you are?
Oh, okay. The first one, I was raped. The second one, I was going to get married. And that was the third one is as well as his, but we decided to just call it quits. We just kind of, guess you can say, woke up one day and just say, you know what, I don't love you no more. I think we should just be friends. And we actually took that straight, through.
Do you have an excuse for the fourth one worked up yet?
You know what, I was, and my boyfriend that I'm going out with right now made me have an abortion. So it was Tuesday, not
Yeah.
today,
Okay.
but a week
You
ago.
should get the.
So I just had one as...
The mayor of Montebello should give him the goddamn keys of the city. He really should. This guy's a hero.
He actually was the mayor of Montebello.
Oh, yeah. Big sash and a top hat.
I just want to know, like,
I don't mayors wear sashes and top hats and smoke cigars anymore.
Powerpuff Mayor does.
Yeah.
Wasn't that you?
Yes, that was me. The mayor of Townsville.
Show's getting surreal now. Joanne, baby doll, what is the plan? You're 19. You're hooked on meth. You have 3 kids whose lives you are destroying. You are a criminal.
No, because everything that they need, I give them. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they need a sober mom. That's
Yeah.
the only thing they need, and you aren't giving them
I
that.
have been so far. I have.
No, and not an abstinent mom, a sober mom. You need to get treatment, Joanne. You have to.
You really? I mean, I can quit if I want to. You know what?
Yeah.
Then quit, please. Would you quit?
You will not stay equipped.
Look, here's the whole thing. When are we going to stand up as a society and tell stupid, drug-addicted, retarded people to stop crapping out kids? Here is the deal.
Why is that funny, Joanne? Why is that funny?
Because she has the mentality of a 9-year-old, and anything you say is going to sound funny to
no,
her.
it's not really. It's just the way that you guys just come out and say it. That's what it really pretty much is. Just the way that you guys just say it.
Well,
Nobody
here's
said that. You know. It's,
well, of course. I mean, look. Let's put everything aside and let's just be honest for a second. Drew has 3 kids. Joanne has 3 kids. We, as a society, are not going to need to worry about Drew's 3 kids. Why? Because there's parents, because there's money, because there's jobs, because there's love, because there's education, because there are
Delayed
good role
gratification.
models and delayed gratification, and there's no meth, and there's no nothing. We are not going to have to worry about Drew's kids. We don't have to build any more prisons for Drew's kids. We don't have to open any more clinics for Drew's kids. We don't have to worry about unemployment with Drew's kids or violent crime with Drew's kids. Joanne's kids, that's another story. That is another story. The chances that one of these kids comes out okay is slim to none with Joanne and her whatever. God knows the guy she's with at the helm with these 3 goddamn kids. That's what we need to worry about as a society. But yet, never addressed, never touched, not touched upon. Oh, yeah, no child left behind. whatever the F that's supposed to mean. And everyone's talking about, oh, education's great, more schools, more school teachers, more cops, more everything. Well, here's the deal. Do you think we need more cops for Drew's kids? Do you think we need more counselors for Drew's kids? Do you think we need more prisons for Drew's kids? Do you think we need more social workers for Drew's kids? Do you think we need more state-funded anything for Drew's kids? No, those are for Joanne's kids. When are we going to discuss it? When are we going to bring it up? When is Joanne crapping out her first kid at 15 years of age? When is somebody going to step up to the plate and say, wait a minute?
Can't do that anymore.
You've lost your right. You're basically an adult who's emotionally a 14-year-old and physically a 30-year-old. You cannot have this kid. The same reason I can't have a pot plant in my yard and the same reason I can't have a llama in my yard. I want a llama. You can't have it. Why? You can't. Why not? It's not fair to the llama. Why not? It's not fair to your neighbors. Okay, I can't have a llama. You have 3 kids and are pregnant with the 4th? Are you high? Are you kidding me? And basically, how long, and here's the real question, everybody, how fast can Drew and Tom spit out the kids so that their kids can pay enough taxes to support Joanne's kids? I don't think that long. Because Joanne has 3 kids and she's 19.
It's much easier to spit
Took
them
you
out.
guys a combined 170 years to come up with 5.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Her factory's cranking out the crap faster than you guys can keep up.
And hers are coming into action, taking up.
Oh, they'll be off and running at 12 and a half.
Right.
Your kids will still be in college. And here's the other problem. They need 100 of your kids to pay for the judges and the bailiffs and the facilities and the county beds and the rehab centers. We need, and the cops and the parole officers. We need hundreds of your kids to pay for Joanne's kids. And we're not making them fast enough.
Right.
And we got a math problem now, people. Now, we got 2 plans. Either we can tell Tom and Drew to get to banging and start coming up with more kids to pay more taxes so we can bail out Joanne's.
Get into this closet with the magazine.
Or we can talk. We can be realistic and talk to the Joanne's of the world and get to them.
Do you think you can get to them? I mean,
we can't get to them.
There's a certain
not with the current administration.
To not do to not even do the beginnings of the math and go, wow. Having a kid and being a parent is such a huge responsibility. To not give a crap about it is like committing a violent crime on a child.
We agree with you, but politicians look at this as 5 votes.
Yeah.
That's 5 votes. So let's give them what they want, and they'll get elected. And there we go.
Right. No, but the politicians are pussies.
They're showing up at the polls.
They're just pussies, and they're not willing to do anything but focus on being reelected. They must, on some level, realize that this problem is the paramount problem in this country. But they're going to focus on sending a message to the fat cats in Washington and a bunch of other BS that has nothing to do with anything. And then once in a while, someone
Let's investigate baseball.
They'll investigate steroid use in baseball, and then every once in a while, one of them craps out a platitude like "No Child Left Behind," which means nothing to anybody.
Right.
Okay. Joanne.
Yeah.
All right. So, how about you get your tubes tied?
There you go.
That's
Starters.
number 1, and you get in a rehab on behalf of the 3 kids you already have.
There you go.
Okay. The other question that I had relating to that, does that mean that I have to leave my boyfriend because he also does like drugs too?
Not necessarily, but you focus on you getting treatment for now. See where you bring him into. I'm shocked that he's amphetamine addict.
No, well, not that. It's just that the way that we met was because of the drugs as well.
Not because of what?
Well, because I was the one that said, "Hey, you want to get smoked out? Let's go." And that's how we met.
Shocked that he's an amphetamine addict.
No,
and
he's not much of that.
He is an
pothead.
He's an addict. He's an addict.
He is. Once you do it, I guess you're an addict.
He's an addict.
All right.
Not once you do it.
That's not really true.
When you start smoking out regularly to the point that you're doing that and smoking pot every day and not tending to your kids and having more kids. Yeah.
Joanne, here's the deal. You're not a bad person. You just become a bad person when you start crapping out kids and you're high. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You can't be a bad mom if you don't have kids.
A intoxicated parent is a traumatizing parent. It's extremely traumatic for a kid. They've actually measured what happens to kids' stress hormones around an intoxicated parent. They just go through the roof because the kid feels alone, abandoned, out of control, and threatened. They feel like their safety is threatened.
Right.
And being a kid is hard under the best of circumstances.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like just being a forming human being is
couldn't
a
And
tough
with all
job.
those cartoons from the 60s.
Grape ape. Don't get me started on the grape ape.
Yeah, at least this kid only has parents that are addicted to meth.
Yes, we had Quick Draw McGraw.
Grape ape. All right, everybody, please, you pussy politicians, you get off your ever-winding ass and do something about this.
That is the spiral.
That is the spiral. Nobody wants to talk about it.
The souffle's about to fall.
Yes. Yeah.
Souffle humor.
Yeah, here's what you want. Here's all they want. More kids, more angry people, more votes.
That's right.
Or nothing.
That's right. It's their power base.
Right. Yeah. It's all going to cave in on you. Zoe?
Yeah, but ignorant, ill-educated people don't vote, so...
It's enough of them. You tell them you get them what they want, they'll come out and vote.
Yeah. Morning after pill, you idiots. Please.
Oh, my God. I tried to get somebody morning after pill the other day, and this pharmacy was indignant. Like, we don't carry that. And I go, you have Overall? Yes. I want you to prescribe that.
Yes.
Couldn't. Lots of obfuscation. Somehow couldn't quite fill it for that patient. Couldn't find it that day.
I know this morning after pill, which is not an abortion pill, has been around for 20 years, and yet no one wants to give it out.
Wow.
Speaking of politicians, when I cornered Maxine Waters over at the old Politically Incorrect and asked her about that stuff, she told me that the jury was still out on the FDA.
On the safety of it. The FDA is becoming a joke because of this particular issue. They're continuing to drag their feet in spite of a tidal wave of scientific data showing that it's a good thing, a safe thing, the right thing. They go, well, they keep finding, and you could, of course, always go, well, we need to look at this one more little.
Right.
You can always do that. It's becoming a joke.
Yes.
But isn't that the way, it's the war on science, right? It's the war on logical, critical
There's a war
thought.
on science. You're right. There is a war on science right
And
now.
let me tell you something about you right-wing Bible thumpers. Now, first off, you have your retards like Maxine Waters who are basically on Esther. It's like you took Maxine Waters. I don't know what she does. She's a politician, but it's like if you took Aunt Esther and you spun her around 1,000 times, put a trash can on her head and hit it with a baseball bat and pushed her. That's about as effective she is. She's just worried about riling up the black vote and doing all that, not doing anything. She never heard of the morning after pill and told me she had to investigate it. Of course, that should be her number one job with her constituency. But no, we get nothing out of her. And then the super right-wing Bible thumpers, you retards, you religious retards are making sure that Maxine Waters' constituency doesn't get hold of the morning after pill. They're going to end up stabbing your kids. So enjoy, all you idiots. You get what you deserve.
You, Adam.
It's awesome. Awesome. What the hell is going on? Is anyone right thinking anymore? Can anyone just take a look at the human being, study it as an animal, and start making effective policies based on the animal known as human beings? Or do we have to open the Bible, take a look at the Torah, or go on the Million Man March?
Well,
Idiots.
and then you start to feel like the only logical, reasoned people are the ones you know. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, I think I met all the smart people. I think I met them all.
Right.
I'm worried that we're
none
not.
of their wives, but all the
me
guys.
and my friends, yeah.
Well, we're evidently not teaching science.
The wife's a dumbass.
But I mean, we need to make kids take some science.
We're not teaching something. Science, logic, whatever you want to call it.
Intelligent design.
Yeah.
Whatever, but I mean, faith is great. I'm all for people having faith and the belief system stuff, but don't f with science.
Well, listen,
the reason that computer works, the reason the television works, because science works.
We're not sure that computers and televisions actually work. We have to do some studies.
Faith is fine, but don't use it to design an airplane.
Yes,
you'll go into the ground, you idiots.
That's right.
All right, let's take a little break. Do a little SpongeBob voice for us. Come on, buddy.
All right, we'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
Yeah. I'm Adam. That's Sanctimonious Drew getting way up on his high horse with SpongeBob.
The fur is flying here in the studio during the commercial break.
Yeah. Out of the barn.
There goes the horse.
Tom Kinney in tonight, voice of SpongeBob SquarePants, and many
the best audience.
Many other voices he's undercompensated for on a daily basis on Nickelodeon and beyond.
You know,
Yeah.
I have that pathetic actor thing where I'm just glad that
You work.
I have a job. You know what I mean? I mean,
It's
you're
SpongeBob.
talking to a microphone and somebody gives you money, and it's like, wow.
SpongeBob could go
Because
on
I have no
forever.
other skills. It's not like I gave up my lucrative brain surgery career to do wacky voices.
Yeah, but you're a very funny comedic actor. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
He was he stole Windy City
Love this
Heat,
man.
the movie
Yes,
we made.
very funny.
He was hysterical in it, and obviously you have acting chops, and you can do on-camera stuff. I say you ask for a raise,
Okay.
but you
Well,
do it.
SpongeBob, there's no SpongeBob without you.
Yeah, there is.
No.
No,
No.
Yeah,
no.
there is.
I say
Well,
no.
here's the thing. Here's the deal.
Say good day.
I say good day. I think there's a couple things SpongeBob has going for it. Tom's voice and SpongeBob's voice are not worlds apart. It is put on. It's a character and everything, but there's some of your own natural voice
Cadence
in it.
and stuff, yeah.
There's some of that.
Which is good because that means someone can't just come along and do it. If you're just doing the voice of Boo Boo, then some other schlup could come in there and undercut you. You know what I mean? But you got your own voice. You got some of your own voice and your own flavor for sure.
Tell you what, he's
in
got
there.
That's because I'm not versatile.
He's got what we call it. No, you are versatile, but this one just happens to have some of your own voice in it.
Yep.
Which is strong. But have you ever had any other guys doing SpongeBob?
Oh,
for
I'm
you?
sure. I'm sure if I'm sure the phones would light up if you said call up and do your best SpongeBob. I mean, there's probably
All right.
You're gonna
there's probably people that
You're
can
gonna-
do it really
you're gonna feel
good.
You're going to feel
good.
pretty good about
Really?
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't rocket science.
Yeah, but our listeners are really dumb.
There's
SpongeBob-
got to be somebody with vocal cords sort of shaped like mine or whatever.
Yeah, but SpongeBob is not just the sound; it's that sardonic quality that
I'm
the timing.
just saying.
Well, it's a real nice writing, drawing, voice combo. I mean, it's
Step up.
very collaborative.
Right now, you're getting scale and a quarter. I'd like to see it scale and a half by this time next year.
I'm getting scale plus 10 actually, but but thanks for inflating my salary.
Mike,
Yes,
you're 25.
25.
What's up?
Well, my question is I've always been like a normal person, like in the bed sexually, never wanted to try anything crazy. Well, beginning this year, I went to Germany for a couple months, and my buddies had some DVD porn and magazines of German Scheiße videos, and it kind of really interested me.
What's a Scheiße? Are we saying a
Well-
bad word when I say Scheiße?
Well,
It's like
yeah, hold on a second. Well, you hear shyster. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder if Scheiße is the S word in German.
It is.
I'm going to go with
It is.
yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Aren't you allowed to cuss though in your non-language?
It's
All right.
bullshit that you can't.
I see. I
So
agree.
Shiza is
So Drek and Merit, all that's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucha Vavoom is C ring in Spanish. I don't know if you knew that.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. So, go ahead,
Scheiße.
Mike.
Wow. Is German
So
poo
anyway-
like totally square and
What is the? These are poo videos.
they're poo videos.
How do they work? These poo videos.
It's basically, people having
hell,
sex,
Ben Bother.
and then, they get kind of like crazy in them, and they just kind of like crap on each other. And this is something I've never really thought I'd be into, but I came back to the States, and my girlfriend's really conservative, and I really want to tell her I'm kind of into this, but I'm just afraid she'll think I'm really disgusting or
You want
possibly gonna leave me.
Spon-
I don't know.
Hold on. You want SpongeBob to call her?
Oh no. No.
And so, Mike, now you've made a statement. Why did
Yes.
you call the show?
Bogus.
No, I'm serious.
You've made a statement.
Yeah.
Why did you call the show?
I want to know how
I
to
wanna
tell
know how to
her.
tell my girlfriend.
Yeah,
I wanna know how
yeah.
to tell my girlfriend with.
Oh, shut up. You want to know how to tell your girlfriend.
What do you think we're going to say?
Have we ever
Tell
told
her.
anyone how to tell anybody anything?
You ever heard us say
I think
that?
Hallmark makes a card for that.
Yes.
No, I'm serious. I really need the help. I really want to,
Oh,
When you care
shut up.
enough to tell her that you dig the Shizu.
Should I just,
Oh, Mike.
not even say anything and then try it and see what she does or what?
Oh, yeah, that'll go over nice.
And by the way, this is the part 2 of the bogus call where we don't give you the advice for your non-question, and then you start painting ridiculous scenarios. Should I just go ahead and... Yeah, do that, Mike. Do that tomorrow. Don't say anything, and you just defecate on her, okay?
I
right,
don't know. I
buddy.
don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, then why'd you call?
Here's the thing. You cannot take a statement and put a question mark after it and
statement.
call it a question.
Right.
That is still a statement.
It's a great Abraham Lincoln quote or story. He said, if we took an elephant and we called its trunk a fifth leg, how many legs would the elephant have?
5.
4. Because calling it a trunk, calling it a leg doesn't make it a leg.
Very good, Drew.
Yeah.
A little bumpy. We'll clean that up and
okay,
edit
good,
for the
thanks.
best stuff. All right, Drew, who do you want to talk to now? Any
Down
truth,
the bottom,
sensory
Zoe.
tanks?
Zoe at the 4.
Enhancing orgasms.
Probably 4.
What happened to these sensory deprivation
I know
tanks?
you've been building one for quite some time.
I want one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to turn my house into one.
They were using them for research for a while, then not lately.
Yeah.
The
Ever
Altered
since
States
that William
werewolf
Hurt
tank.
movie
Yeah.
came out, everyone said, screw this. Zoe,
Yeah.
you're 20?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I've been having sex for about 3 years now, and I mean, it's good sometimes, but after a while, it's painful, and sometimes I still even bleed.
And what's your question?
Well, I mean, I just want to know if there's anything I can do to either like make it stop
Sort of a
or
not question. But anyway, when was your last pap smear?
a couple months ago. Like, and my gynecologist says everything's fine down there. I haven't had.
Okay.
Shouldn't you get, you know, when you get your oil change?
Mm-hmm.
They put that little sticker you just put on your odometer, what do you put on there? It's a last oil change, 26,000.
Inspected by.
You know when to get the oil change again. You get that little sticker.
Yeah. It's inspected by number 3.
Need one on the vagina for the pap smear.
Or a little postcard in the mail.
Well, we
too.
put it all.
Smiling
It's
vagina,
time.
Holding a giant toothbrush for some reason.
You got to put it. You got to put it on the cervix. You need it on the outside. You need it when the gynecologist goes back in.
Oh, so he knows.
Yeah, the cervix.
The cervix station.
That's good. Yeah, stamped like departments of weight and measures do with the pump
the
at the gas
USDA puts
station.
its purple stamp on there.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Who are we talking to?
2-4.
Zoe.
Yeah.
Zoe.
Zoe?
Yeah.
All right. How long do you have sex before it starts to hurt?
Well, sometimes it'll hurt right away, and sometimes it'll be halfway through. It's at different times.
How long?
Like maybe 5-10 minutes, sometimes
Okay.
half an hour. Like the other night, it was going on about an hour.
Okay. Well, there's no woman on earth that I've ever met that wouldn't have pain after an hour. And many begin.
My wife
pain.
doesn't complain.
Many have.
Yeah,
have
but the
pain
gardener's
after-
not hung very well. If he was hung more like the pool guy, she would be bitching.
I would say most women
You know
have
what I'm
pain
saying?
after most, not all, but most have pain after about 10 minutes.
That's your first clue.
So what is the deal here?
2
Zoe?
times a week
I mean,
and no
sometimes
pool?
it's even-
Once I could
The
understand.
second goes in.
And is that a different kind of pain, or is it the same one?
It's the same one,
And is it pain with deep penetration, or pain just getting it in there?
pain just getting it in there.
So that's. Are you on a birth control pill?
No.
Is there dryness or irritation, anything like that?
After a while, yeah.
Yeah, after a while, but not when. Do you ever have sort of muscular spasm of the vagina? So you have trouble.
No.
Has trouble getting it because. of
All
that?
right. Can you have an orgasm with oral sex?
Oh, yeah.
All
Okay.
right, so just
Maybe that's your
focus
route.
on
Yeah,
that.
I mean, orgasms aren't a problem. It's just sometimes it's really painful, and then, it's really embarrassing when you bleed afterwards or something. You know?
It's also very common to be bleeding with sex stimulates bleeding in a lot of women. No birth control
Yeah.
pills though, huh? For you.
Yeah.
What are
No.
you doing for contraception?
I did the depot for a while.
That's what I'm talking about. So Zoe,
We said
God.
you kept saying birth control.
Oh my God, Zoe.
Zoe, junior college?
Yeah.
All right,
I
perfect.
did do university for a year, so.
Yeah.
That's
In a way, Zoe, that's worse.
Shocking.
It's dropping back to the minors. Okay, let me.
Yeah.
It's like the guy at the carnival. I'll guess your weight and your age. I mean,
Listen, I know stupid when I hear it.
All right, so Zoe, the reason I was asking you about birth control is
It dries you out.
Depo-Provera can dry you up and cause
Yeah.
lots of pain.
There you go.
And so you may sometimes need to have an estrogen suppository, something called Vagifem, that can help you out.
Wow. Here's the thing.
Talk to your doctor.
Count
about
me
that.
in. Whatever Vagifem is, count me in.
It's a good name,
yeah.
huh?
I think I did a
I'm in.
voiceover for them.
Yeah.
Vagifem?
Yeah.
That's a good
Ask your
name.
doctor if Vagifem is right for you.
I'm going to name my pontoon boat Vagifem.
Well, Vagifem, it dices vegetables and stuff.
Ron Popeil for Vagifem.
much would you pay?
And it's,
But wait. I'm not done. We're throwing a holster. Yeah. It's always. I got burned on the Wonder Mop many years ago, but it's always a bad product when they'll throw in another one for free.
The Wonder Mop.
what's with all the,
There's
the
nothing that-
foaming stuff now? What is all that?
What's all the? You mean
The
building?
foaming cleaners?
Everything's foam.
Foam and just everything dissolves.
It moves.
Right.
I always get angry.
That means it's working.
I get angry at any of those commercials about cleaners when they're always talking about use it on the RV, use it on the boat. I'm like, who's up at 4:30 in the morning has got an RV and a boat if they're not in their RV or on their boat right now? Where does everyone get a boat and an RV?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
How many? It's really, and I always like when they. I always make me angry when they do this one. Use it on floors. Use it on ceilings. Use it on doors. Use it on windows. Use it everywhere. Just say use it everywhere at the beginning. Don't give me the 14 scenarios and then everywhere.
Tamper, touch, break with the smoke detector.
I go
and hundreds of other uses.
I go. Here's what happens to me when I fly. They always do that thing. Is it American that does it?
They all do. Oh, United does it.
United and some of their subsidiaries, I think, do. But they go. It is a federal law. You cannot tamper with, disable, or destroy the smoke detector in the lavatory.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, tamper covers it.
Destroy does too, by the way.
Destroy covers it, but tamper.
Yeah.
Unless you're using telepathy to disable it, but even that, I would argue in a court of law, is tampering.
Yeah.
You do not need the disable or the destroy part.
Yep.
That is all this lawyer speak. We don't realize how much of our lives are being wasted by lawyer speak, and then they want to know why you tune out. Do not. It is a federal law to tamper with, disable, or destroy. Or, really, we needed the third. Or tamper with. Not going to cover it.
Yeah,
federal
it's probably
law
a federal law to destroy anything on the airplane.
Yeah.
Well, it's in flight. Destroying any part of the aircraft is not good.
Tamper covers what you need to do to the smoke detector so you could go smoke. And is there anybody smoking in the lav on an airplane anymore? Is that who's got huevos? Who's a big enough rock star to do that?
And if that
you know
would
what
happen, it would be
they would turn the plane around.
Yeah. Oh, they'd take it down. Land it.
Land it. Just drive it into the ocean.
Strap a chute on you and kick you out.
That's right. Aaron?
Yeah.
Hold on, champ. We got to take a little break.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy. I know it's pretty
It's
important.
a quickie. You want to ask it? It's a quickie.
Bumps on the penis?
Yeah, well, because I was wondering is it possible to get STDs or like some sort of penile infection before you have sex? Because I got these before I had sex.
The bumps are usually pearly penile papules, and they are normal.
Mm-hmm.
They are?
Pearly penile papules. Little
Nice
pearly
alliteration.
things.
Name of
Usually
Drew triplets, by the way.
Yeah, well,
Pearly was born first.
penile papule, yeah.
Is there like, will they go away or?
No, they're normal.
Okay.
You might want to just have somebody look at it and make sure it's not warts, but because there is such a thing.
You can get rid of them with a melon baller, can't you?
No, that's the
Cheese grater.
that's molluscum contagiosum.
Oh yeah, that's my one.
You would if Ray or somebody had that, you'd love to work on that.
I'll tell you on tonight's TLC
I
show.
saw it.
Pair
Pliers.
of needle nose pliers that popped the guy's back. It was awesome.
My wife screamed out loud 4 times during that little exchange. I mean, I've never seen her do that. She's like, oh my god, oh!
I got to tell you, my buddy Ray was shirtless and working on the house. He had a nice big back sit. I did that thing where I grabbed a handful of skin, pulled it away, and then took some needle nose electrician pliers, pinched the area off, and that baby blew. And it was satisfying, man.
Wow.
Satisfying.
I thought you were going to drop a nail into it. Did you didn't have to?
I did clip one of them with a nail.
Yeah, that's good.
But I did that thing where I wiped it under my armpit so it was good.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
That's good.
Tom
Ray's in
Kenny.
the hospital now with pseudomonal infections.
Here's the thing about
Acinetobacter.
guys like my buddy Ray. Somehow, magically, never get sick. No allergies, no foodborne allergies, no environmental allergies. This is for people that have money, have time, and are neurotic. Somehow, every guy who works construction, not allergic to anything. So magical. You never see one of the Mexican guys who's been stripping the roof all day come in and say that he has lactose intolerance or wants to know if there's cheese that's on that food. Is this sandwich made? Is there made? How come those guys never get anything? You know why? Because it doesn't exist. You just can do that when you have enough time and you have enough money and you sit on your fat ass long enough. You get to invent things to occupy yourself because we're like superstitious natives. Right. We have too much food in the cupboard and too much money in the bank, so we have to keep inventing invisible things that are going to get us. The guys who live in the real world, the guys who bust their ass, the guys who work out in the sun, they don't have to invent invisible things that are going to kill them.
Well, they
Holmes, I
can't.
had to give up my lucha wrestling because I was lactose intolerant.
Yeah, right.
It screwed up my wrestling career, man.
Find me one construction guy that's allergic to any food. Find him. Never worked with the dude. Guy's eating slop off the lunch truck all day long. Never asking the Mexican chick behind there making the chimichangas.
Now, hold on now.
Is that cooked with? Is that with vegetable shortening? Is that a shortening in that?
When that guy goes out on disability with his back problem,
He's strung out.
Then
Strung
that
out
stuff
on meds.
starts.
Well, he's a drug addict.
That's right.
He just gets hooked on Vicodin. That's a man's drug. That's no.
That's right.
Pussy.
That's a
lactose
fireman that
intolerance.
fell off a roof drug.
Yep. I go ahead and take a pair of filthy pliers and pop a Zin on my buddy's back. This never gets infected. Ray never gets an infection, never gets anything. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
So it really is the Learning Channel.
No one,
It's highly educational.
No chronic fatigue syndrome, no nothing. No syndrome.
Although I heard them talking to your nephew, trying to convince him to stay in school. It was like scared straight. It was
They
funny.
were. Yeah.
You want to be like me?
Yeah.
You want to work construction all your life?
Yeah. Give me your shoes. I will take a quick break.
He goes, look at me. I see the therapist twice a week. You know why? And one of the guys says, because he can't afford 7 times a week.
That was funny. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Good.
It's a good show. Take a quick break. Be right back after this. Give me your mother effing shoes. Yeah, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. The great Tom Kinney.
Hello.
In studio
Sexually
tonight.
troubled listeners.
Voice of SpongeBob.
SpongeBob a virgin?
Huh?
Is SpongeBob a virgin?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Well,
yeah.
Maybe he was high one night.
Yeah, maybe there may be a lost episode
Yes. Okay.
that'll come out in a few years.
Well, not an anal, but vaginally, yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gary's not a
technically.
virgin. Gary's definitely not.
Technically. Lucha Vavoom is the name of the show at
Yes.
the Mayan Theater. That is the 26th and 27th.
Yeah,
If
great
you-
lineup. Great lineup.
If you like
Man.
burlesque, if you like Mexican wrestling, if you like comedy, this is your destination.
There are midget wrestlers at the show, too, the mini matches. So,
Are
something
they
for
midget
everybody.
Mexican wrestlers?
Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
the two M's. They got the two M's going for them. Yeah, they're awesome. Those guys are really incredible.
Well, here's the thing about, if you think about what you're looking for in a good wrestler, Drew, and let's really break it down.
A good
You-
midget wrestler or a good full-size wrestler?
I'm saying in general, a wrestler, here's not you don't want a guy who's 6'8" and 190 pounds to
No.
wrestle. You don't want the parts flopping around. You don't want a daddy long leg.
You want everything close to the
What
core.
you're looking for is what you're
bowling
looking
ball.
for in a good gymnast.
Yeah.
You know, a 5-foot guy who can tumble.
But you want more of a bowling ball than a gymnast, don't you?
Well, you'd like a little extra weight on him, but in general, you don't want the limbs to extend too far.
And you want
know what I
somebody
mean?
like badass, like Violent J.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're going to get a guy who's going to go up to the top turnbuckle and do a backflip, you don't want that guy to be 6'8" and gangly. It's not going to work out.
Yeah. Although I've
There he
seen
is.
huge guys do that at
It
these
is-
lucha shows. They're fearless. It's
it is-
insane.
yes, it's amazing. But I would say that the midget, much like the gymnast, is actually aided by his
Low center of
diminutive
gravity.
stature and low center of gravity for this particular event.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
If you're too tall, you're like those snow walker things in Star Wars. You know, you just,
Right.
and you just tip right over.
Nerding. Mike?
Oh.
Do you know what he's talking about?
No, I
Snowwalker?
don't
No, me
know.
neither. No, I don't know. I didn't see that. I was home having sex. Where were you, Drew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was with
I was with
you.
my sister
No.
crying at the
My
theater.
little brother liked it.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Adam, Dr. Drew, and Mr. Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
My question was actually for Mr. Kenny.
Cool. I'm a mister. You're not, Adam.
I was just wondering if, with the success you've had with SpongeBob, if you've ever had any aspirations of ideas of doing your own cartoon or anything.
Well, luckily, you know, for me, my lack of ambition or need to express myself helps in that area.
not doing of it.
The not doing of it. But no, I just sold a little pilot to.
Oh, you did?
Warner Brothers, yeah, Cartoon Network / Warner Brothers. So
it's called Grape
we'll
Ape
see.
Part 2,
It's
and
called,
I'm
it's called
humiliated.
Grape Ape. Yeah, it is. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But
Grape
yeah,
Ape
it's fun.
meets the
You know,
banana splits.
Yeah.
you know how it goes. You hang around with your friends, and there's always stuff coming out. You know, I mean,
Sure.
look at you.
Oh, man. I got ideas.
You got more ideas, and you got.
I'm like the Edison of bad comedic ideas.
The Edison.
David?
Hello?
David, you're 21. Yeah, you cheated with your ex-girlfriend. Now she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And you want to know where to tell your current girlfriend.
Well, I kind of told her, but she's pushing towards the abortion. I'm not sure which way I want to go.
She's pushing who towards the abortion?
Okay. My current girlfriend found out that I cheated on her with my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right.
And she's expecting me to have the abortion with my ex-girlfriend.
What does your abortion have to do with you? Is she talking directly to your ex-girlfriend?
Huh?
How could her...
How can she will your ex to get an abortion?
Right. What does that have to do with her?
Well, if we were to not have the abortion, then we wouldn't be able to be together, pretty much. So
your current girlfriend will dump you if you don't get the ex to get an abortion.
Right.
Is the ex going to have an abortion?
Well, the ex won't have the kid unless I'm going to be there.
All right.
Well, there you go. What are you gonna
Perfect.
do?
So
It's
go
all up
ahead
to
and
you.
get the abortion.
What?
Or what about adoption? That's also a possibility.
No, she's not willing to do that. And part of me is, I'm confused on, well, I'm 21, okay? I'm barely starting my life.
Yeah.
We'll hear that.
Yeah, don't worry. You're not going anywhere.
Wrong decision on marrying this chick or this chick just because the sex is a lot better with my ex-girlfriend. I mean...
okay.
You're gay.
Hold on.
He does sound gay, doesn't he?
He sounds, well...
bogus, too.
He sounds gay to us, but as his friends know him as, Mr. Personality.
Oh, yeah.
He's like the guy in the Music Man. He really is. He was going to start singing or rhyming at some point. All right, listen, David. Stop having unprotected sex with peoples. Number one. Number two, this abortion I'd be willing to pay for if someone would go ahead and do it.
And then adoption's always a possibility, and stay with the girl you wish to stay with, and we'll see what happens here. This is
all right. But
separate
please put a condom on.
Yes.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this. Loveline. That's it. I want to thank Tom Kinney for coming in here tonight.
Thanks for having me on.
Lucha Vavoom.
SpongeBob. Lucha Vavoom. 26th, 27th, Mayan Theater.
Right at the Mayan.
17th to 18th November in Las
Caesar's Palace.
Vegas.
Las
Caesar's
Wages.
Palace. God love you. Tom, great
Thanks,
guy.
bud. You too. Thanks
Good
a lot.
person, smart. Wish there was more of you. I really do. We'll take a little extendo 22-hour break, and until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying... Mahalo.
As a lifelong frustrated cartoonist, Kenny is thrilled to be a part of today's animation renaissance.
This has been Loveline. Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Annie Gold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.